and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Dawn here. So today we are talking about texture pastes and all the different ones that you can get. Now there is hundreds and hundreds of different types of texture pastes out there that you can get by and that you can purchase. Yeah, there is just loads, and I just have a handful here. This is all that I own. I do own them in different variations, but I'm just going to share with you some of them. Now, I put these on card bases because eventually I'll turn these into cards. This one quite hasn't dried yet, but this is a crackle paste. So what that means is when you allow it to dry, I don't know if you can see, it becomes all crackled and has loads of breaks in it, and it looks amazing. Really nice. This is a Tonic Studios one that I have used. So this is it. It's a crackle mousse, and yeah, so this is one type that you can get. I do apologize for that noise. I'm actually cooking some soup. Husband's orders, because I'm not feeling great today, so he said, right, get some soup please. So I'm having some soup. But yeah, so that's the first one. This one is beautiful. Now this one I've only just discovered, and it came in a Tonic Studio kit, and it's a glacier paste, and it's basically super shiny. I mean, the camera is not doing this justice at all. Absolutely gorgeous. And goes on really nice, a nice fluffy texture, absolutely beautiful. This one is another one from Tonic Studios. So I'm sorry, but most of mine are from Tonic Studios, and this is a glitter one. So this is glimmer paste, and it is literally just pure glitter. Look at that, isn't it just gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. So we have that paste again, goes on really nice. The last one from Tonic Studios is this one. Now this is a chalk mousse paste, and this is lemon curd, and it's a chalk because it has a chalk finish, very similar to Distress inks, Distress oxides. So really nice, and gives you a matte finish. So we have that. The next up is this, and I love this. Now you can't get hold of this anymore, but I have heard on the grapevine that Pretty Gets Gritty is bringing out something very similar, and this is a souffle. So basically this is what looks to be a gel medium with glitter in. So this one is actually this is a love souffle, and it's in red. So we've got lots and lots of glitter in, and as you can see, all of these texture pastes come like go through stencils really nicely. Now I know for certain that none of you are going to be able to guess this texture paste. Now it's blue, and the reason why it's blue is because that was remnants left over from my stencil. However, it isn't texture paste. It's got nothing to do with texture paste. It is in fact hard as nails. This is in my texture jar. I do use it as a texture. I haven't used it in a while actually, and it's still going strong. Never dries out, providing it's got a tight seal. Really cheap. Get it from the pound shop. You can even use the silica as well. The silicone, you could use that, and you can put pigments in. I mean, here you can see it's picked up some ink off my stencil. It is worked beautifully. So all of these really nice expensive pastes you don't technically need. You can use this, which is just, yeah, hard as nails. It is basically yeah, an adhesive, but it is perfect for giving texture. Now why would we use a texture paste? There's many reasons why we would use texture pastes. One of them being they're super pretty, they add dimension, and they just look amazing. You tend to use your texture pastes in the background, so your background would be your texture paste. You would do what you want, go through stencils, give that lovely 3D effect. Oh, isn't that just gorgeous? I love this one. And that's why we would do them. We can also use gesso. Gesso's a good one for texture. Now if you've got a thin gesso, something as simple as putting baby powder in, take a small amount out, put some baby powder in, mix it up, that will give you a texture paste as well. You can even make your own. There are recipes out there for baby powder, glue and a white acrylic paint. I think it's equal parts of the glue and the baby powder, and then just some white acrylic paint. I think that's just to colour it. So there is there's ways of doing it. So texture paste basically means that we're adding texture to our project, whether it be in a card, whether it be a mixed media piece. So I mean, it's not the best example. Actually it is. I've used this, so the souffle I've used on here to add a shine. It also has a lovely texture to it as well. And you know, the more decorative ones are perfect for embellishing, for colouring, for making it look really pretty. And then all this texture in the background can be achieved with something as simple as using our hard as nails. That really is your texture pastes. I'm just going to pause this because I think it's going to go for 2 minutes, so I'll be back in a second. Right, okay, it has finished. Right, so yeah, texture pastes are one of those things that is lovely to have in your stash. They go through stencils perfectly. You don't have to use them as stencils. You could do stippling, which is basically getting your palette knife and just tapping it over, and it'll give you like a nice effect. There's loads of different ways in which you can use your texture paste, and I mean the list just goes on, and this is just some of the texture paste that you can get. But like I say, you don't have to spend the money on this. You can literally just get this and go to the pound shop, buy yourself some hard as nails, or some polyfill is another good one. Honestly, works a treat. You can even add pigment in. As you can see, this that's just remnants left over off my stencil where I didn't clean. So there's so many different options that you can do. So I mean, these just make really nice card backgrounds, don't they? And they're just beautiful. So I thought, let's make a very quick card, and when I say quick, I mean super quick. So I'm using my flowers from my March release. I don't know if this has gone up before March or after March release, but yeah, that's it. It's literally all I'm going to do, and how beautiful is that? So let's grab our glue. Now this has been left all night undone because I can't find my lid, which isn't good. And if I can, we need to get, and I say this, I can't stress this enough, get your, try and take the blockage out. So there it is, I can see it. You don't want to push your blockage in. Ideally, what you want to do is take the lid off and push from the inside out to get rid of that blockage, because if you push that blockage in, that blockage is just going to keep on going down. It's easier said than done though. But yeah, I mean, the blockage is still there. I know it's still there, but I'm not going to do it on camera, so I'm just going to work with what I've got. I'm just going to stick these on. So March Ephemera release is literally these gorgeous flowers. They come in 4 different colours, and you get 3 of each, and they're just absolutely beautiful. Really beautiful. I love them, and I love playing with them. And then I'm just using one of my word sentiments. So these are handwritten sentiments that I have as well, but I just want you to see how quick and easy it can be just using texture paste to create a card. You do not need, you know, all the mod cons or anything like that. I mean, how beautiful is that card? Ready to go. There it is. So there you go. I hope that gives you a little bit of ideas on texture paste and stuff, and what you can get. Now, to achieve the glitter texture paste, so these are sort of 2, what you can do is take your gel medium, your thick gel medium, and put glitter in it. That would do more or less the same thing as these. So you could also do it with mica. So even with this, you could get your mica and mix your mica in this. In the last episode where we did the watercolors, you could mix this with the watercolor. powders, that would work equally as well. So there's so many different ways of creating a really nice texture paste, but using this. I'm just going to show you, because I've got one of the colours out on the table that I haven't put away. So literally put a little bit on. Okay, and then I'm going to grab some of this, and we're going to pop some of this down, and I'm just going to grab my spatula, and then we're just going to mix this up like so, and you'll see that you then have a lovely paste. Okay, and if you wanted to add glitter in, I have glitter here. Oh, that's way too much glitter. I never meant to put that much in, but there you go. Then you can, you know, there's no sort of, there's no sort of stopping you with just this. The only thing I would say is this has got a little thick, so maybe I'm just going to dip that into water. Just add a little bit of water and it'll make it a little bit thinner. But there's nothing to stop you from adding whatever you want into, you know, your heart of nails, to create a gorgeous texture paste. So there, now I have a lovely texture paste. So I'm going to grab a card base. Let's grab a stencil. Grab this one. And pop it on there. I really do need to make sure I clean my, oh, dropping everything. I clean my, what do you call them, my stencils, because they're terrible. And then just going to take this, and then when this is dried, that is going to be, I'm not using the best thing to put this on with, like, but you know, you definitely want a palette knife for this. Okay, so just like that. Like I say, you do want a palette knife with it. And there you have it, a texture paste made out of hard as nails. Just make sure you wash your stencil and your equipment afterwards. But yeah, I just wanted you to see there's so many different things out there, but actually we can make our own. And then once that's dry, that's just going to look so glittery and nice. So yeah, I hope it helped you. If there's anything that I have missed information wise, then, well, if there's anything you'd like to know, let me know. These are my personal opinions. All of this is my personal opinions on just from experimenting. Experimenting is your best friend, honestly, when it comes to mixed media. Have a play, because that's the way that you're going to get to know your products. Like I say, you don't need to spend loads of money on fancy pastes. Literally one of these is all you need, and it lasts forever. You can do anything with it as long as you know, you could even add alcohol ink into it. You could add some watercolors into it. You could add anything you want into it to color it, to do whatever, or you can keep it plain and then color it yourself with some distressing. So there's so many different ways. But yeah, if there's anything that you feel that other people should know, please do leave it in the comment section as well, because I think it's nice to you know, for us all to share our information. I hope you've enjoyed this little mini series, and yeah, I will be back again with another mini series very soon. But until then, please do all take care and happy crafting. Bye.